If you're lucky this winter, you'll make it to Canada to ski the Big Three. The Big Three consists of Norquoy, Sunshine Village, and Lake Louise. In the middle of all that is Banff. As you drive through all these resorts, you'll be going down the scenic Trans-Canada Highway 1. Once you get to a place that looks like a fairy tale and has glacial views everywhere, you'll know you've made it to the gem of the Big Three, Lake Louise. Tonight, I'm going to do a review consisting of directions, the mountain, and the area. After that, I'll do a rating 1 to 10 of the skiing, the après-ski, and the beauty of the area. Let's get started. To get to Lake Louise, the quickest way to get there is to fly into Calgary Airport. Then you'll jump on Scenic Highway 1. You'll see Banff. You'll drive by Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise and arrive at Lake Louise Ski Resort. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive. Now let's take a look at the mountain. As you can see, there's a big lodge and there's plenty of parking down here. I was there during the holidays. There's no problem whatsoever. If you look up towards the top, there's the main part of the resort here. And then they opened this a few years back, the West Bowl, and this is a gorgeous area. This is a nice scenic run. Then you have a valley here, and if you look up the valley, you have a Larch Express. And this is just one run, but it opens up a lot of skiing there like a small resort would have. Now here you have the Banded Peak Base Camp, Whiskey Jack Lodge, the Lodge of the Tin Peaks. There's restaurants and bars and everything down here. Most people are going to jump right on the Grizzly Express gondola that's going to bring you straight to the top. It's a really nice gondola, it's comfortable. Then you have the Glacier Express over here that's going to bring you over to that West Bowl, and also the Juniper Express that gets you some beginner runs. They're also putting in a new chair this year, the Upper Juniper Chairlift. So there's a lot going on the mountain. What I like about it is just very simple. You get there, you go to the top, and you can start getting really good, long, good ski runs. Here's another place to eat. Great views there, a great viewpoint, the Whitehorn Bistro. They have a big deck. Another place is in this valley over here. It's kind of tricky, hard to tell on this map, but the Temple Lodge, it's a cool wooden lodge on the backside. You feel like you're off the beaten path a little bit. And here's a better shot of the West Bowl. You have a lot of good black diamond runs. This is where I spent a lot of my time. Kind of notice these ski patrol areas here, because they're good markers as far as where you get to the backside. Let's scroll over here, take a look at Larch Express. It's interesting that they built this. I guess I don't see why you wouldn't, but you have a little bit of everything there. You have some good tree skiing along the side of it. Now let's go over here and again look at these spots here, and I'm going to take a look at the backside from there. So here you have the ski patrol areas. If you were to go over, this is the whole backside. I think most people come in up here and you can ski around. There's an easy way through that you can take all the way down into this valley. And then it brings you back over to Larch Express. Or you can get back around to the front side by taking this chairlift up Ptarmigan. But as you can see, I'll zoom in a little bit here. There's all the challenge you'd ever want on the backside, and it's not going to get skied out too much because there's not an easy way to access it. You can come up this Paradise, but I believe that's a slow chair. It's just an old two or three person chair, and you can hit all these, but this doesn't get skied out. These are very challenging runs, and you're not going to get bored back there if you're a good skier. Right here is Lake Louise. On the north side of Lake Louise is the Fairmont Chateau Hotel. It's a nice hotel I recommend in the area. And as you can see, here's Highway 1 that runs between Lake Louise and the Lake Louise Ski Resort. Here's the main lodge here. Then you have the West Bowl over here, and this is the main area of the ski resort with all the gondolas and everything else. Here's Larch Peak. Now I'm going to try to show the valley here. The valley comes through here, and you have the whole backside that has a lot of challenging skiing. Let's take a look at what there is to do in the area. There's a lot of things at the ski resort itself, but I think because it's a national forest, they're constrained on what they can do there. Have the Lodge of the 10 Peaks, Slopeside Coffee, Banded Peak Base Camp. The Beer Stube is kind of the most popular place to go. That's where everybody hangs out and has a beer. It's the coolest ski vibe on the mountain. I'll find some pictures and pop those in there. Powder Cake Lounge, they have a nice kind of sushi bar and ramen house. But they have everything you'd want in that lodge. Now here's items that are more on the mountain. This is the Whitehorn Bistro, which I showed. It's about halfway up the gondola on the front side. Temple Cafe is in the valley between Larch and the front side. There's also a bar back there. Sawyer's Nook and Temple Cantina. There's a lot of different places to go on the mountain. And they're all nice. They've done a good job. I really enjoyed all of them. As far as places to stay, as I mentioned, you can't really stay right on the mountain, anything ski in, ski out. Most of the places you can stay are on the south side of the Highway 1. The nicest place there that I'd recommend is the Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise. It's gorgeous, it has amazing views. You can get sleigh rides, you can ice skate on Lake Louise in the winter. I mean, they have all these other amazing places. Deer Lodge is gorgeous, I haven't been there, but I mean, just take a look. Most of these places at the peak time are around $500 a night. You know, off time, $200 a night. But most of the places in Lake Louise are family friendly. It's a fairy tale kind of feel. It's so incredibly gorgeous, but it's expensive as well. Here's another shot of the hotel I recommend. I mean, just imagine staying there. Look at that pristine lake. There's beautiful hikes. It's gorgeous. There's almost nothing like it in the world. Definitely, if you can swing it, go ahead and stay there. If you're just passing through, I would say stop at this bar right here. It's a Fairview Bar and Restaurant. You can get a feel of the lake. You can go in there and get a nice dinner, and it's just going to be the most prestigious spot, the prettiest spot to stay in. It'll be something to brag to your friends about. It'll be well worth the time spent. Out of the big three, this is my favorite resort. It's just simple to get to. You park, the skiing's there, it's terrific skiing. There's no lines. The way the resort flows, I really enjoy it. I just have a great time whenever I've been to Lake Louise, and it's gorgeous. So overall, I'd say the skiing's a 9 out of 10. The après-ski leaves a little to be desired because most of the areas are on the other side of the interstate. But if you want something that should be on a postcard, where you could take a wagon trip or ice skate or be in one of the most beautiful hotels in the world amongst glaciers, this may be just the place for you. I think it's more family friendly than most ski resorts, and but it's expensive. If you want that ideal dream of a place to stay for an après-ski and a family vibe, I would stay there. For me though, I would give the après-ski an 8 out of 10. And the last thing, the beauty. I have pictures from going there a decade ago and looking at the glaciers on a clear day. I lost those pictures, but man, there's nothing much prettier than this resort. It's a gorgeous place to be. Even if you can't ski, try to get up there. Just take a look at the glaciers. Have a good time. I really love the views. I'd give the views a 9 out of 10. It's a gorgeous place. All in all, if I go back to Canada, the two places I'm going to ski are Revelstoke and Lake Louise. Lake Louise is awesome. I really love the place. Overall, it's an 8.6 out of 10. I hope you can make it. I had a good time. I have nothing but good things to say about the resort. It seems to have plenty of plans to keep on growing. I hope you make it. Thanks for your time and have a good one.